Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. We're Baltimore positive. We're positively here at the Fishmongers Daughter in Faidley's. It's quiet right now, but it won't be in a couple of minutes. They're about to open here for dinner. Damye Hahn is here. She is the proprietor. She is the Fishmonger's Daughter. And this is Bill Cole, not the guy from the city. This is Bill Cole, roofing Bill Cole. They get you confused sometimes, the other Bill Cole. But
it's a problem sometimes.
You're now considered my Bill Cole.
I love that. I'll earn that.
I'm glad one of us.
I have to earn that. You know.
Bill Cole from Cole Roofing and Gordian Energy is out here and still admiring. You love these kind of projects, don't
absolutely.
you?
Yeah.
And then things go wrong, and Damye's got to get floor. You are. At some point, this project's going to be over, right? I mean, you're still hanging stuff on the wall.
I hope so, but it's a 100-year-old building, so I'm not sure if it's ever over.
It's never over.
Because
you don't want it to be over, right? Like, you'll always be evolving and just changing, and you'll look at that and you're like, we could do this way. No, it doesn't always have to be broken. It's just,
right. I want everything to be operating.
Right. Is this why I remind you that it has good bones?
Yes, it has very good bones. It has very good bones.
Brought to you by our friends at the Maryland Lottery. I have these to give away next week. We'll be at Coco's on the 26th. I swear we're going back to Pizza John's, Casas. We're going to get all over town, but we're right here today. We're going to get back down to Faidley's for that playoff game that we've talked about here in October as well. How are things at Faidley's? Everything good there?
Everything's good there. We loved that, what was it that they had last? No, the thing that last week.
Oh, the Orioles.
No, the B whatever it was.
BTS.
BTS. The BTS was crazy for us last week.
It was crazy for everybody, apparently.
It was crazy, crazy, crazy busy. It was wonderful to see the city actually have something like that. It's been a while.
I ate in your place
Too
here.
far.
I had
Too long.
lunch here on Sunday at that table, and my buddy Hells was in from Little Rock, Arkansas. His niece is a BTSer. Dragged his wife and sister to BTS, and I sat there and I said, all right. And they're like, no, it was unbelievable. They're like, it was a spectacle. It was incredible and all that.
I can't be the only person that's listening to this that has no idea
K-pop?
what the BTS.
Korean
kids. Oh,
yes,
okay.
It's filled the stadium two nights.
Yes. I did. I
was
not aware of it,
well,
and then I was aware of it a day ahead.
It's a huge Asian tourist thing, but it's also an American kid K-pop thing, in that way too. But more than that, these guys are foodie guys.
Right. Yes, and I got to tell you, that's one of the things that we have had a wonderful Asian following for years. We have been,
crab.
So we're serving seafood. We've been in, top Asia, top Japan. We're, in Japanese, newspapers and magazines. So a lot of people coming to the U.S. from Korea, from Japan, from China, are actually coming to Faidley's.
To get the
for an
world
experience.
famous crab cake.
Exactly.
Can you ship crab cakes to Japan?
No.
Okay.
No, we can't go out of the country. Well, I could if I froze them, but we don't freeze.
Is this where you're going to teach him about the Italian thing? You want to tell him about this? Because my wife found out about it. You been to Italy?
No.
I've never been to Italy either. My wife went back in April. She went to Italy a couple of years ago, and they have
a crab invasion.
A blue crab problem.
Yes. Our crab has been going to, that side of, all over the Mediterranean, but that side of the eastern side of Italy for years because of all of our ships going from Norfolk and dumping all their bilge waters over on the Bari side. So we have been dumping baby crabs into that area for years and years and years.
Invasive.
And it's an invasive species for them. And they're literally, you go along the coast up around Venice and the Venetian Bay there, it's very similar to the Eastern Shore. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you could, if you didn't see any buildings, you'd think you're in the same place.
Salination in the water, similar.
Yes, and the grasses, everything. And they are just exploding, and they have been.
You and me, next life.
The
we're
warmer
it's
gotten,
house in Venice. You and me.
The warmer it's gotten, the worse it's gotten, and they're eating all the crabs, all the clams, all the mussels, all the sardines, and the Italians are going nuts because all the things they love, the mussels and the clams and the sardines, are being eaten by these crabs.
So we don't want to open a crab house there. What we want to do is take
it over here,
and bring it over here. That's what we're
talking about. Shipping crab cakes to Asia. We're trying to get
we can work
live
crabs.
This is doable. This is doable.
Yeah, well, some of the problems have been the FDA, but we got to get the stuff over. Let me tell you something. The government for about 5 years was paying the watermen €2 a pound to throw them away. And I'm talking about crabs as big as a 9-inch plate.
$20 crab on a plate here.
Yeah, exactly. And they're dumping them and throwing them out. And now there's a couple people over there trying to process. Not so much Italy because the labor cost is way too high to get anything done. But there's other, Croatia and a couple of other countries that they're even Turkey that they're sending the crabs to
my
process. My
Venezuelan brothers have figured it out down there in Lake Maracaibo, where my family's from.
Yep.
My whole family's in Maracaibo, and it's the same crab.
It's the same crab.
And I knew that. Right. See, all my Venezuelan relatives would come here in the 70s, and I think I've told you guys this. When Louis played for the Red Sox in 72, 73, I was a little boy. I remember going to my Uncle Omar's house in Timonium, right above where Padonia Station is. And Louis Tiant, Orlando Cepeda, I think George Scott was on that. There was a bunch of players in my uncle's house eating crabs. Because when they came to Baltimore, they played at Memorial Stadium, and that night my uncle got a bushel of crabs and had all the players to his house, which was cool. And I remember going to Venezuela that year, and my uncle, we ate crabs in Maracaibo, Venezuela, because they're the same crabs. And all these years later, it is a huge part of importing crab. Not here, you're true blue. Every crab cake here is Maryland, right?
Yes,
but
absolutely.
it is the same crab,
Correct.
which is different than places that are serving Asian crab here, which is much more inexpensive. But this Italian thing, I find this
is our crab.
Jen took pictures in the market in Italy of the crabs.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like those crappy crab cakes I took pictures of up in New York. No. I saw a crab cake in a window in New York, and it looks like gruel. And I said, I'll pass. I put that on social media last week. But these are the real thing, the real blue crab.
They're the real blue crab. They're a lot of places don't know how to handle them yet. They're putting them upside down and backwards. Crab will fight until it flips itself over, so they're dying. And you don't want to cook a dead crab. So there's still things that they're trying to learn, but they'll get there. They'll get there. I mean, they've got to eat their way out of this problem. We all have to eat their way out of this problem because it's not one that now they're talking about putting another invasive octopus out there to eat the crab. But I'm not sure that that's the wisest thing to do because that octopus is going to go through the crabs and want to eat something else too. So you got to be careful when you're introducing other invasive species.
Well, speaking of that, you have your catfish on the menu here, right?
Absolutely.
You know about the invasive catfish thing, right? You know this problem?
Maybe, sort of.
Oh.
So we have the problem. We have the problem, the opposite problem. We have the invasive catfish that we're putting in.
You know about these knuckleheads in Virginia that brought these catfish up here?
Yeah.
You know about this? Yeah, they're now in our water.
Sure.
Sam Tudor is pulling these giant Jabba
I'm pretty familiar with what are the red bug things? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
There's
my wife calls them little effers.
That was all like COVID, and like that came like because we had jobs where like we had to like clean the trucks on the way out because we were in northern Maryland and they didn't want to pull it. So we were very familiar with the bug problem.
Okay,
yes,
but
not so much a catfish problem.
Well, the catfish is invasive in the Chesapeake. It actually was introduced by the Department of Natural Resources for sport fishing. Oops. Yeah, that's why I say,
right.
We're trying to tell the Italians, do not enter another something else in there.
With people not listening to the scientists.
And some of these scientists were the ones who said it was okay. Yeah. So, I mean, they make mistakes too.
Right. Why are we smarter than the ecosystem?
We're correct.
Like,
it's playing God.
Right, correct. We got this figured out.
Fighting Mother Nature a long time.
We got this figured out.
So these catfish are eating the baby crabs, which is why crabs are as expensive as they are. Right?
Correct. Okay. And they have voracious appetites. They're not a bottom feeder.
Right.
They are a swimmer, and they will swim to the surface and eat a damn duck.
I got it. So now we're going to get a boat here, put the catfish on the boat, drive over to Italy, drop the catfish off, pick up the crabs, and come back.
Yeah.
I'm friends with
we do that like 5 times. We solve this problem.
People just think he's
you do not want that catfish because he's going to eat the clams and the mussels too.
Is what this guy is. Well, let's get to the menu a little bit here because you talked so much in the previous segment about local fish and all of that. I came for brunch. I've been here once for dinner, and I got a little messed up at brunch, and I ordered the banana bread. I admitted that to you, but dinner what do you recommend me? Be my waitress tonight and say, all right, here's what's on the menu tonight, because I'm not getting a crab cake here. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean,
that's fine.
I know
that's fine. The crab cake. We've got other things.
I've had a million crab cakes at Lexington Market. I will get a crab. I love you. I love your crab cakes. My wife really loves your crab cakes. I'm going to get something different here. I just am. I'm going to get. So what am I getting?
Well, my favorite things, I love our soft crab. Our soft crab is a tempura fried soft crab, and it's actually a gluten-free tempura. And we have a basil aioli underneath of it, and we have this wonderful salad with a lot of kind of baby fresh greens, but it's got a lemon vinaigrette and a house-made pork lardon on top of it, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's a lighter side.
I can confirm that because the last time I was here, that's what I had.
You had the soft crab?
Yeah, it was dynamite.
The soft crab was nobody else has soft crab like that.
Dynamite.
So the soft crab was really good. The other thing is I love the whole black sea bass. So the black sea bass is indigenous to this region, and they're catching them right down near the mouth of the bay and off of Ocean City. It's a whole black sea bass, and it is we deep fry it. It's set up on a plate. You get the whole fish head on. And it's got a bitter green chimichurri on top of it, and comes with the little tiny fries. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Me towards
it
fish
is so
and I
good.
don't get it.
And if you like fish and you don't mind, taking off the bones, I mean, people will sit there and they are just like, it's like picking crabs. They want to get that whole fish and get everything off of it. So the fish is one. Our rockfish is a dynamite rockfish with the corn and the tomatoes. It's like a creamed curry and fresh Maryland corn, and then sautéed vegetables, tomatoes. It's also got some beans and some other things in there. Underneath the vegetables, underneath the rockfish. The rockfish is pan-seared, and then it's got a really fresh herbs and roasted tomato and peppers, like a cold coulis on top. It's delicious. And then we have a swordfish, dayboat swordfish. They go out Ocean City every day. They catch these on a dayboat long line, and they're bringing these beautiful swordfish in. So it's a nice piece of seared swordfish, and it's over grilled vegetables, the grilled Maryland squash, and it's squash, cauliflower. And I forget what the other vegetable is, but it's underneath.
Crab cake here.
I'm a big swordfish guy. I had a piece of swordfish down Ocean City last week when we were down there, and man,
swordfish is delicious right now.
It's so good.
I haven't had swordfish in 20 years,
and it's got like a kind of like a Japanese sauce over top of it, and it's absolutely delicious. So those would be the things that I would recommend today, and that I would eat. But we've got a lot of.
You always turn me on to stuff that I wouldn't get otherwise. Like in a general sense.
I'm such a goof for chimichurri that I would be the guy who's like, I would like the swordfish, but can I just get the chimichurri on the side? Like,
yeah.
Because I really do love chimichurri.
Yeah, and this is like literally we make the chimichurri with collard greens.
Oh yeah.
Instead of the
during
COVID.
During COVID.
Here a little bit?
During COVID, we grew the garden and we were.
Well, I do. Wait a minute. I do have a couple of these here.
Cookies?
Yeah, you got to take one of. No, these are the brown butter cookies.
I stole 2 of these at your party. I asked first. I asked your sister. We were talking about Rush out on what's your deck called back here? You have a name for
the rooftop.
The rooftop. I was showing her my Rush videos. You know about this, right? So I came in, and the party was busting up. It was upstairs in the Plymouth room, which, by the way, is available. Beautiful room upstairs.
Yes.
Have you been
all the way up to 400 people?
I've been up there.
I took Dennis and Zach up there earlier, and you were having a meeting, and I was like, I saw Will. I'm like, oh, my God, I ran to the meeting. But I want to show your place. I'm proud of your place. Next thing you come in here, you're going to have to be up there. But the cookies are right here along the wall where you had your grand opening night where we had a lot of people here. And Denise Koch and I had an interesting conversation upstairs as well. I took 2 or I put them in.
That's all right. I can give you cookies any day,
and then
baby.
the next 2 mornings, I had them with coffee.
Yeah.
So I know that little salt thing on top.
You didn't just you put them in your pocket.
Yeah. He took them out.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I didn't have a jacket to put them in.
Just sticking them in the pockets.
So we got the
pocket cookies.
These are
pocket.
Right.
They're cookies.
That's where you put them. I got it. I understand.
What are you all uptown from Kingsville?
Not at all. I'm just loving you, Nestor.
Okay, I have a Dundalk admission for you, Dane. All right, and I came in with some Dundalk people, and we ordered some food, and everybody ordered something different. Somebody had some soup. Somebody else had like a breakfast sandwich with some eggs and some stuff. Everybody had the side potatoes, and they're like new potatoes, and they taste like they're in some sort of duck. I don't know what they are, but I looked at them and I said, I don't really want the crab. I wasn't in the mood, but I want the potatoes. And everybody at the table were like, and this is silly. You just went through this and this fish that and this delicate line caught. The potatoes, dude. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I sat here, I'm like, God, I don't want to say they have the best potatoes at Fishmongers
You can
Daughter.
say that.
Come over for brunch.
Well,
You're trying to pimp me cookies.
You know what?
That's a damn good
Well, we
cookie.
have it's a damn good cookie. So we have a couple of pastry chefs here in house, and so they make all of our breads, all of our rolls. Our pretzel rolls are
Can I
like
have
to
a couple
die
of these
for.
to go?
Yes, you can have a couple of these
for
today.
tomorrow for
You don't even have to put them in your pocket today.
Yes. I can give
I
you as
asked
many.
before I took them. I'm not from Essex.
So good.
That was good.
I don't know what that means.
Throwing his neighbors under the bus.
Staying out of that one.
That's because he does roofs in Essex.
Do them everywhere. Staying out of that
Bill
one.
Cole is here. He is Cole Roofing and Guardian Energy. Damye Hahn is here. She is the proprietor. She is the Fishmonger's daughter. All right. Open for lunch, open for brunch. What do we need to know? And you're open. Last time
We
was
are
here,
open. We're
you
open
were
lunch
for us
and dinner.
before,
So
right?
we are open from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday we're open. Friday we're open 11 to 10, and Saturday we're open 10 to 10. Sunday we're open 10 to 9. So we're open either at 10 or 11. 10 on the weekend. Saturday, Sunday is 10. 11 the rest of the week, and we're open till 9 Sunday through Thursday, and 10 on Saturday, Sunday. And we're getting ready we're getting ready to add in a whole bunch more events. We had a fantastic champagne dinner that we sold by the ticket, and it was a food pairing. You had a 5-course meal we had Colette Wineries out in Champagne, France. Come in and literally pair a champagne with each of our dishes, and it was phenomenal. We're going to have more wine dinners coming up this fall. We've got a gin and jazz night coming up this fall. We have McClintock Gin making us 2 different profiles of gin, so you'll have a cocktail making and food pairing with the gin.
She's living her best life.
Yeah, is this like a mailing list that we need to get on to get the
You'll be able to
information?
find it on our events page, and we'll be posting dates for all these things in the fall soon, but we'll have them on the tabletops, so you'll be able to find them here, and there will be under our events website on our website. There's an events tab, but we've got a tequila being made.
I like tequila.
With our and they're coming up with bottle engravers, so you can get the
drink
it's
I
made
got
by
here was a tequila
Codigo.
drink that first night.
Yes,
What is
you
that
like
thing
that
called?
mezcal.
What is
Don't
it?
you?
What was that thing called? The
Spring showers?
No, it was a different drink. No, I don't know now. I got to get a friggin' menu in front.
I'll
I gotta
get a
learn your
menu.
I got to learn your menu. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna
We've
bring
got
people in.
great
Can you guys
cocktails,
stay
great
for one more
wines.
segment? You're good
Yes.
before.
I'm good.
Because, and I want to say this. I mean, you've been such an incredible supporter of a Cup of Super Bowl. I began a Cup of Super Bowl with you the very first day at Faidley's about 5 years ago when the Ravens threw me out of the Super Bowl. It's not a big secret. That I'm going to do something good. And Bill was the first person after my wife survived the first time that said, you should do more of this community stuff. You've done all this stuff for cancer. This was 12 years ago, and Cole Roofing was the first sponsor of what became Baltimore Positive, really, right? And these February things now, I'm about to bring a couple new big sponsors on, hopefully, fingers crossed. Talking to you, Schuler. I'm just kidding. In regard to community services, and I had an empty segment here, and Caitlin and I have become friends. She's Facebook friends. She's right around the corner. My wife and I have dropped stuff off at her place. Every one of these communities has needs, right? And as much as we're in here talking about beautiful meal and being able to afford it, being able to do all that, there's so many people in need. I know it touches your heart. I know it eats at you, being down in the city and where your original business was and where it's been since 1886. I'm learning the number here. What generation are you? 4th?
Yeah.
And you're
4th.
Yep.
wow.
But she's got
What a cool town Baltimore
We
is.
did- we-
33 years on me, so
Just 33 though.
Just
right?
33.
Just 33.
Well, I mean, at that point, we're so old, you don't really worry about it. You kind of count in decades.
Well, we're in this.
maybe.
When was this building built? This.
1925.
All right, so
Older than
1919,
that. Yeah,
right,
I'm
for
older
your
than that.
business.
Yep.
So I do all of this, but there are people in need. We don't talk about it sometimes, and Caitlin does great work out here. So Catonsville Emergency Assistance, they're around the corner. We're going to bring them on and talk to them. So little summer thing here. All right, can we do that? Is
Yes.
that good?
Love it.
All right. Bill Cole's here from Cole Roofing. Damye Hahn, they sponsor us. They're the reason Baltimore Positive exists. Go see her. Do I call it your sister business, your primary, how do we say this the right way? Just so I do it the right way. What do I say about Faidley's? The other place. The originator.
We call this a brand extension.
So what do you call that? You call it Lexington? Do you call it Faidley's?
I call it Lexington.
Why do you call
to
this
it Lexington.
Faidley's? Can I ask you that?
Because we had done that before when we had Faidley's Belvedere and we had the Faidley's downtown. Every time that one or the other place did something different than the other, people would say, "Well, why didn't you have it at the other store? Well, why didn't you have it up there? I came down here to get this.
This isn't
and
Faidley's.
this is a completely different experience. I can't sell a seared swordfish in Lexington Market, and I'm not going to be able to sell the same fried shrimp there as I do here. So it makes it difficult. So this is a brand extension of the original brand. There are some things that I'm bringing from downtown that I have here, but not everything here will be downtown. Like there's no pastry chef downtown to make you a hot brown butter cookie, or a brie cheesecake, or the Handler's ice cream, which is the other brand that we're trying to get started here. So we're and because I can't put it in both places, hence a different name. So that's why it says the Fishmongers Daughter, Faidley's, established 1886.
Yeah. You're living your best life because I've known you long enough to know of what this dream and this vision was going to be, and now you're in here. And it's like me wanting to do radio all my life, and now I do everything, and AI's helping me. But there are days I wake up and say, who signed up for this nasty Nestor shit? Who wanted to do this?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, you had your days here. But, man, I see the gleam in your eye of, we got a new tequila we got to drink, and we're throwing a party, and we're making people happy.
Yes, and we're going to have all these other wine dinners.
And my family's happy, and with the community, and people come in, and it's just, that's part
Yes.
of being alive, This guy does roofs and makes it sound exciting, right? Literally.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate
you like
that.
people, though.
I like getting out of bed. I like what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an honest day's work. Absolutely.
I don't know what the hell this is, but it's award-winning now. We've
Yes.
reinvented ourselves here with fourth-generation local businesses. Cole Roofing and Gordian Energy, they can take care of you as well as our friends at Faidley's and Fishmongers Daughter. It's all brought to you by our friends at the Maryland Lottery. I have Raven scratch-offs to give away. We're going to be at Coco's next Wednesday. Ron Cassie and Max Weiss. It's going to be one of the greatest segments that I've ever done because I'm bringing props that they don't know about that are going to tie together how I didn't win the last 35 years. Because that's all I'm really focused on, Bill. That I won this year. I'm focused on those years that I didn't win.
Okay.
And why I didn't win.
That's pretty depressing, but, you can attack that anyway.
You know how much shtick I've gotten out of not winning? And now I win? What do I say?
I think you're working
You say
through
thank
it pretty
you,
good right now.
But then, I can't complain anymore.
We should probably stop this segment because that's an interesting comment that you just made there.
We'll drop the mic. We're going to come back and talk Caton. We're going to talk about Catonsville, lifting Catonsville up, as we're doing here at Fishmonger's Daughter. As I did at State Fair earlier, we're going to be over there in a couple weeks doing some breakfast as well. It's all in the family here in beautiful Catonsville, which, by the way, is the music capital of Maryland. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Well,
Yes,
you're
I
having
did.
jazz here, gin and jazz.
Yes, I am.
That sounds like a Snoop Dogg album to me.
That
Gin
does
and
sound
Jazz.
really good.
Yes.
Back for more. We're Fishmonger's Daughter. Stay with us. We're Baltimore Positive.